So it's been a little while since I've done one of these videos of This Week in Comics, in which I go through and show you guys a preview of the books that I'm going to be bringing home and reviewing on Wednesday from my local comic book shop. Now, part of the reason for that is, well, some of it was I normally do this on live streams. On Monday morning, I do a live stream and show you guys off the covers of the books that I'm going to be taking home this week. And I stopped doing that. You know, I mean, I've kind of really backed away from the live streaming a little bit here lately, but then also just trying to get back into videos too. And part of the reason I decided to go ahead and start doing this again, and one of the reasons I stopped doing it, another one, is because I feel like it's just so easy to just get on, you know, like there's no real thought to it. There's no real production. But at the same time, one of the things I didn't think about was it still keeps me editing videos and doing things like that. Keeps me kind of in a flow. But the other thing it does was at the end of last year, I was getting to, you know, in December, in the last couple of weeks, I'm like, I want to do a top 10 list of my favorite books of this year. Or, you know, a top 10 list of the worst books, if people do that. If you're reading, you know, terrible books, I'm not sure what you're doing, but hey, some people are into that. Some people are a glutton for punishment. But I was sitting there kind of like, okay, you know what, like going through and trying to find, you know, my This Week in Comics video where I'm showing you guys the breakdowns, or even the pull list videos, which I stopped doing as well. I noticed like it's a lot easier to go back and find those and go through those, as opposed to just some of the longer, like, you know, doing my comic book reviews or anything like that, looking for each different one. And plus, over this last year, I've started doing a lot of my reviews along in a longer format video altogether, instead of each little book each week, you know, whatever different books there are. Just trying to find what works for me and what works for you. And I guess that's one of the things is I want to know from you guys. Do you guys like seeing these videos This Week in Comics where I'm showing you these previews? Or would you rather me just do this on my comic book pull list video? Or would you, I mean, is there some other way that you might want to see these? Do you like the individual reviews as well, where I go through, you know, on the reviews and I just do a separate video for each one? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I do really want to hear all your thoughts, because really it doesn't really matter which way you choose or which way I go. The thing is, like, it kind of keeps me on my toes, having to just stay regular with editing videos and things like that, which is one of the things that I definitely do like doing, and you know, something I've been wanting to work back more into here on the channel, as opposed to so many of the live streams and things like that. But let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below, and also let me know what's on your comic book pull list this week, as I go into the comic books that I will be bringing home from my local comic book shop this week. That's Bases Cards and Comics right here in Lancaster, California. I will be picking these up. And, you know, occasionally there's a couple of some books that I pick up at Horizon Comics as well. Another one of the local comic book shops here. Both really great shops. You know, I'm really lucky here where I live at that we've got 2 local comic book shops that are absolutely great. They are great to their customers. They really like serving their customers. Very lucky that we have 2 great shops here in this town. But starting right off with Ablaze Publishing, the first book that I had this week is Gillam March's Laura and Other Stories. And I gotta tell you guys, this book is absolutely great. The first 2 issues were awesome. The first one, we get introduced to our main character, Laura, who is just getting out of a relationship after she had her heart broken. She was getting ready to confess her love for this person that basically said that he didn't love her back, and seeing how she's kind of going through and dealing with that in her life and with her best friend, and how it's affecting her friendship and things like that. Just going through this story has been absolutely great. I didn't really think that I was like a slice of life kind of guy as far as the stories or anything, but I gotta tell you, man, if there's a story out there that's going to be a slice of life and you see it being done by writer and artist Gillam March, I can guarantee you it's going to be worth checking out. This is getting ready to be issue number 3 of this series, already. And he recently did another one on Image Comics last year called Carmen, which was really great as well. But very good stuff coming out of Ablaze Publishing and definitely out of writer Gillam. But let me know down in the comments below if you have read or heard of the series, or Gillam as well, man. I'm telling you, give it up. Give it up. The other thing on Ablaze Publishing this week is the Sumerian Volume 3. This one, it's going to be a hardcover. I believe it's $24.99. I really like these ones. I've been picking them up anyway. I think on this one, I even got all the single issues, but really enjoying these out of Ablaze. And these Sumerian books, they're very good. Going off the Robert E. Howard's original scripts, definitely been enjoying these ones. But let's go ahead and move right on into AfterShock Comics, guys. This week, there's 3 issues coming out on AfterShock Comics that I will be picking up. The first one is Heathens, issue number 3 by writers Cullen Bunn and Heath Amodio, who have been doing something a little bit different here. I kind of feel like Cullen Bunn's been writing a lot, and you kind of get used to his style, and then you toss in a co-writer like Heath Amodio in there. It's doing something a little bit different than I kind of knew to expect, I guess, out of a Cullen Bunn story. And I've really been enjoying this one, and Sammy Cavella and Jason Morty have been working together quite a bit. They do some great work together on the art here. I think their art style together really lends itself to the story going on in this series. And here in issue number 3, I thought issue number 3 of Heathens was pretty good. Cannot wait to get to that penultimate issue in issue number 4. Now, moving on, the next one we've got is My Date with Monsters, issue number 3. This one is another one I think is kind of weird. Just something like the AfterShock does with a lot of their stories, where we're seeing like you've got these monsters that are coming through people's dreams and killing them, but there is a way to stop it, and you can see the world, if you will, or even the military is trying to come up with ways to put an end to this. But the way that they have to put an end to it is basically by getting and keeping this other little girl safe by making her mother okay, like making her life okay. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I like what's going on here. I'm interested to see where this goes here after issue number 3. Now, the last one I've got here on AfterShock Comics this week is The Search for Who, issue number 5. This is the series finale written by John Suey and Steve Orlando. This series right here, I've enjoyed this series overall. To me, I think that the main character, he seems kind of like a weenie, and I'm like, how do you even pull this off? I don't know. Altogether, I've enjoyed it. Kind of the family turmoil and everything going on here. Very good stuff. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below if you have read The Search for Who and what you think about it. And I'll go ahead and move right on into AWA Upshot this week that has 2 books coming out. The first one is Crimson Cage, issue number 2 from writer John Lees, art by Alex Cormack, and colors by Ashley Cormack. This artist and colorist recently worked with Rick Duick on IDW Comics. They did Sea of Sorrows, which I thought was a really good series, and I like the art style that they've got teaming up here with John Lee's storytelling in this tale, Crimson Cage, about these wrestlers coming up in the 80s and just kind of seeing what's going on, their destiny being laid upon them. Very good stuff here coming out of John Lee's and the Cormacks here with this book. A very good team up of writer and artists here, and of course with the publisher AWA Upshot. I've really enjoyed what they've been doing over there, and again, this one is one I think is definitely worth reading, especially if you're into all the wrestling stuff. I'm not even really big into wrestling, but this one right here, getting into this story, just getting the kind of all those horror elements from John Lee's, and also you could tell his kind of love and passion for the wrestling as well, which he's talked about as well. But anyway, let me know if you guys have been reading Crimson Cage and what you think about it. I can't wait to read issue number 2 of this series. But moving right on, we've got issue number 4 of Out from writer Rob Williams. This one right here is World War II kind of horror story. Very interesting what's going on here. I can't wait to get into this penultimate issue so we can kind of see exactly what's going on here. Like these first 3 issues have really felt like a lot of setup and everything, getting ready to go here into issue number 4. Obviously with issue number 5 going to wrap it up very soon. So I can't wait to see what this one has in store. Definitely interested to see what issue number 4 has in store for us this week. But let me know if you've read Out and what you think about it, and I'll go ahead and move right on into Dynamite Entertainment this week that has the Invincible Red Sonja issue number 7. Now, I haven't read the last couple of issues on this one, but I have been picking up all these Carla Cohen variants, which are very, very beautiful. Great art from Carla Cohen. But this week, we've got, once again, another cover from Elias Chatsoudas. So I'm definitely going to be picking that one up as long as it's one that my LCS has gotten in. If not, I'm going to have to see if they can give that thing in order, because Elias Chatsoudas, man, great artist. Can't wait to see this one. You know, like it's different seeing the pictures of it than when you see it actually there on the comic book cover at the shop. You know, yeah. Anyway, so like pretty much total cover bias here. I did read the first few issues, which I thought the story was pretty good. But again, those Carla Cohen covers, you know, I just can't say no to them. I can't. But the next ones that we've got is on Vault Comics this week. We've got this, what is it? This Hungry Earth Reddens Under Snow-Clad Hills, or The Rush. Issue number 3. I have really enjoyed the first couple of issues of this series. And you guys know that I really like the work that they do over at Vault Comics. A lot of the books they do, I don't read every single one, but I certainly do read as many as possible, and definitely the ones that I will enjoy. And plus, I get to read a lot of them through like the publishers and everything as well. They, you know, send out sometimes the advanced solicits for readers and to review. And also, you know, I work with my local comic book shop too, so sometimes I sit there and, you know, I'll tell them about different books we've got, that are coming out as well. Because, you know, they're, you know, not all local comic book shops, you know, are on it every week, you know, looking at every title and knowing everything that's out there. A lot of times they honestly look to readers as well, just like me and you, to maybe tell them that, hey, there's this great book getting ready to come out. Maybe you might want to put it on their radar so they know to order it in a couple extra copies. But I don't know. I've really enjoyed Rush over on Vault Comics and a lot of the stuff they do. But let me know down in the comments below what you think about Vault Comics and if you've been reading Rush. But that's all the books that I have for my comic book pull list this week. Again, let me know what is on your comic book pull list. That's all I've got for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel. If you're not already, please make sure you're subscribed. Click the little bell and all of that good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. It's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But while you're at it, make sure that you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.